and she thinks she's got it all together, but she's fine. Don't we all? Hello.
Did that help you hide in your character, being so nervous? Like, the more you did physically, did you dive deeper into the character and hide into it?
It's really good because they worked you so hard that you were exhausted, and when you're that exhausted, your nerves start falling away. Like, you're just like, all right, okay, this is what I want out of this scene, this is what I need from you, and I'm going to get it one way or another, and I'm going to find a way to, and that's because I'm a terribly nervous person, and I said in my early days to a quite established actor, he's like, what's going on? You're a great actress, but your nerves, they muck you up, and that's a terribly egotistical thing to, you know, be part of. I'm like, what? It's only because I want to do a good job. And he goes, screw that. You should be thinking about what this person wants. Nothing to do about, is the scene going to be good? Am I going to do a good job? It's like, what do you want? Come and get it. Done. Very simple. If you're thinking about anything about, you know, oh, I hope the director likes me, it's got nothing to do with them. Just follow your instinct, have fun, know specifically what you want, try and do your hardest to get it. But it is weird because in real life, there aren't 20 cameras staring at you and people poking at you and sticking mics, you know, and, you know, people fucking with your hair and all that kind of stuff too. So that you kind of got to have that awareness about you as well, which was so cool with Farscape because I got so used to having just like this whole entourage. They would just constantly makeup, hair, costume, wig, sound, whatever. And then I played a human after 5 years, and I was just lonely. I didn't even notice that they weren't there until they weren't there. I'm like, should you not be fixing something? Like, no, you're good. Yeah, anything, please, touch me. Hello.
Hi. You talked a little bit about the rejection in the business. Is there a particular role that you really wanted for you, not for just a job, but that you fell in love with, that you were rejected for?
Here we go again. It's really challenging because I would say every role, and if I have to break it down to some specifics, there was this really cool, I was doing this show called Rescue Special Ops. I ended up street performing for 2 years with my boyfriend at the time because I turned around to him after I shot my own film and I said, I've run out of money, I've got nothing, I've got to go back to Australia, I think I can work back there, you know, I'm pretty sure I could get on McLeod's Daughters or Home Away or Neighbours or whatever. He's like, why would you do that? The whole reason why you're here, you've worked so hard to, and if anyone knows, to work in the States is extremely hard, and you've got to get your visas and your papers and your O1s and your green, and it's just never ending, financially extremely straining, getting it all together, it's quite troublesome anyway. So he said, why would you go back? You know, you worked so hard to be here. Come and join my show. I was like, what are you talking about? I am a professional actress. Just working on the streets again? So, sure enough, the next day I was there on my stupid roller skates with my fire sticks, twirling and crying and twirling and crying. And then 2 years later, we got a really good show together, and it was actually, he rode a 12-foot unicycle and did magic, and I was, you know, the silly assistant on the side, and when he's extremely technical and very clever, but from Minnesota and very shy, and I'm not very good at anything, but very loud and bravado and silly, so it kind of worked out well. Very good with costuming. So I got the costume thing sorted, I got us microphones, we got, you know, the music going, and it turned into a show, rather than, you know, just a bit of fun and a couple of dollars here and a couple of dollars there. And really, if you know how they work the street performing circuit, it can be extraordinarily abundant. And they it's quite a unique thing that he did, like riding a 12-foot unicycle and juggling fire and knives and an egg at the end. Who knew? Oh, he's a keeper. So we did that for 2 years, and it was literally very challenging, and we lived in a house. We lived in a walk-in cupboard. It was a 5-bedroom house in Huntington Beach, beautiful house, all the other guys that lived, guys and girls, were from Minnesota. They were pilots, and one was a dental, studying dental nursing. One was like people that were earning half decent money, but it's really expensive to live. So we lived in this huge, beautiful house, but people were sharing rooms, and the reason why Jamie picked the cupboard was it was one room that you could close the door and it was his own space, you know. And we were the neatest of the whole house as well. So everyone would, however many roommates would end up piling up in the cupboard with us because it was like the Zen spot. I'm like, is it necessary that we all have to be there? Like, so it was a really great time because I've been so well looked after, manifested so many beautiful opportunities in my early years, that then to literally have nothing and be reminded about what life is about, and about love and being humble and about performing and reconnecting with people and not limousines and flashy cars and other stuff, then it was great. And I put down an audition for a show called Rescue Special Ops. I emailed it through from LA, and then I ended up scoring the leading lady on that for 3 seasons. So it was like, that is the life of an actress. It's one day or for 3 years you have nothing, and then you'll be the leading lady working against, like literally the very first shot that we did, I was hanging off the Sydney Tower, which is like the Seattle Tower, hanging off the side of it. Because there was a scene where my girl is a rescuer, and you know, I love doing the stunt side of things. So I go up there because there's this crazy adrenaline junkie and he wants to base jump off the side. And of course we have a tussle and I go over, he base jumps, and then I end up falling off the side and hanging onto the side. And sure enough, the love interest, the other paramedic, comes up, and it's that, you know, one of those moments. Oh, it's so original. But either way, I was like, I'm back in the business! Holy crap, but this is cool! And then there's a helicopter like circling with a guy filming it. Yeah, I'm like, how does that happen? No money to eat, living in a cupboard for 2 years, now getting picked up by a limousine, hanging off the tallest building. Okay, thanks universe, God send whatever. So there you go. Which is why it's good to, you know, always try and find things that make you happy and make you, because life's so short. In a heartbeat it can all change, you know, and I meet so many people on my adventures, and one of my very first questions is, what's your passion? And it's quite bizarre that 80% of people go, I don't know. And I go, what are you doing? We could all be flung off the planet tomorrow. We may as well be doing what we love, because I figure that even though at times it's challenging, if you work tirelessly enough to do it and to pursue it, sooner or later it's going to happen. It's going to, the universal, as I said, God send footer, whoever we believe in, or ourselves, will manifest that situation to be our reality, because if you love it enough and work hard enough at it, it will happen. Hello.
Were there any pranksters on the Farscape set?
No. Dargo, and his naughty tongue, and his naughty words, and his naughty everything. Next question. Hello.
For me, it's my own personal opinion, and I hope I'm not a singular soul here, but I really feel like Farscape is probably one of the greatest love stories ever told. And, you know, I've been getting the chance to experience that. It was something I'll never forget. And it wasn't complete until Peace Keeps Wars.
Yeah.
Is there anything from Peace Wars that's memorable for you?
As if you would ever leave the love of your life on a planet. It's like that goosebumps, here we go again, going, so sensitive. There's no way I read that. I went, Chiana's not leaving Dargo there. There's no way. Amongst all the other craziness and everything that went on in the Peacekeeper Wars, I'm like, there's no way that she's leaving him there. And then Ben said, and it was literally like, she was meant to be like, I love you, there was a moment, see you later. And I said to Ben, you're going to need to rip me off that man, because there's no way I'll ever let him go. Like, there's just no way, as if you would. I had challenges with Peacekeeper Wars because I still think there's so many more, I'm very biased, I know, but there's so much more Farscape to tell, and it got ripped to shreds so early, and it sucks. Yes. And it it should have been, they said to us, they pitched it, it really was like one whole season smooshed into a mini-series, and really, they advertised it to us, they pitched it to us as it was going to be Farscape the movie, and then by the time we'd sort of all signed on, it was Farscape the mini-series, and then we got those ridiculous web thingies, and it was like, come on guys, don't muck with magic, there's too many good stories to tell. And an interesting story I thought with Peacekeeper Wars is that Brian, who I love and adore, we had our biggest fight ever. And it was about the Chiana eyes. I said, you cannot, like, sure she can go blind, then she can go back and you can muck around. You have to leave her with those big, black, beautiful eyes because they're her. That's what makes her her, you know. That's what you kind of fall into. And then you've got those horrible cat snake things, and one would keep revolving around, and before every single take, they were weighted because they were fitted, but maybe I have an odd eyeball amongst other things, and one would always go like this and freak Claudia out. And she's like, it's doing it again. I'm like, I don't know, I can't see because all I see is that, you know. So, and before every take, we'd have to go. The makeup artist would come in and she'd line up my eyeball contact, and they'd go and go, and you have to get through the scene in time before it rotated again. I was like, this is not how acting is done. It's ridiculous. So I don't know, I had challenges with that. I had a really bad war wound on it as well. I don't know. Probably my biggest ever accident on set was in the fight scene, and it was a Scarran lifts Chiana up and lifts me up by the thing, and because this poor Scarrans, they can't see a bloody thing. Neither can we because I've got my contact lenses. There's no peripheral. Plus there's smoke and explosions and guns and babies being born in fountains and as you do. And so I think Ben was meant to like shoot, or someone was meant to shoot the Scarran eventually later in the scene and go bang, bang, bang. So the Scarran had 3 squibs attached to them, 3 explosions, but before that point the creature picks me up and I come in and do a side kick, and my foot, and it could have well have been my misplacement or his, who knows, but I whacked him right directly into the squib and it just went and there's too much going on, you know how when you get hurt you're just like, oh. So then I go over to pick up a rock and I'm smashing it on some other alien's head, and I'm looking down and I'm like, oh, holy crap, my leg's on fire. And down, hit the deck, scream, but no one stopped because on the fight scene went, and then so suddenly they were called cut, and I'm like, so the makeup team come on and the pyrotechnic team come on and everyone rushes in, and they go to cut the costume off, and they're like, no, costume department goes, no, cut the costume, and then the pyrotechnics come with the hose thing, and makeup's like, no, don't get it wet, and I'm like, it's like literally like a hole in my leg. It was not pretty. So that I had like 2 or 3 days off, and that's that just doesn't happen. You should need to have an amputated head to not come to work in the industry. And you got a big team that you don't want to be letting down on a very tight schedule and stuff. And so anyway, so a lot of the Peacekeeper Wars were actually shot from. I had like one of those flip, doll things where you're half human and half alien. So I was painted Chiana here, and they would just shoot me from the waist up. And I'd just have human legs popping out with little shorts on, and a nice big raw wound there. Fun times. Yeah. Fun times.